Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar on Cliqtrix 2022. I'm Cheryl, and I'm from the Cliqtrix team. And today I'll be walking you through Zoho Cliq Platform. I'll just be giving an overview about Zoho Cliq Platform, and I'll also be introducing some of the help materials to you, which you can use later on to build your productivity app. So, first of all, let's go ahead with the session. I'll brief the agenda for today's webinar with you. The first one is about what Zoho Cliq is. And then later, I'll be telling you about some of the features in Zoho Cliq and how it will be useful for any business for that matter. And then we'll be talking about Cliq extensions. I will be introducing you to Cliq Extensions. I will tell you more about the internal components in Cliq Extensions and how these will be helpful for you. And then finally, I'll be walking you through some of the help materials that we have available in Zoho Cliq so that you can start building your productivity app using the Cliq platform. Let's just move on, and I'll tell you what Zoho Cliq is. So basically, Zoho Cliq is a business communication software. It is also a collaboration platform. It is built exclusive for businesses where teams can get together, collaborate, discuss, and communicate with each other to actually get things done. So what we have inside Zoho Cliq is that organizations are part of Zoho Cliq. Any organization can start communicating using Zoho Cliq. They can also onboard people into it and categorize them into different departments and teams. And all of these teams will be able to, communicate between each other using channels. So I'll tell you more about channels and the other communication tools available in the Cliq platform. I mean, in Cliq itself. And then next, Cliq is about, sharing ideas. Basically, any communication for that matter or any collaboration for that matter can be done using Zoho Cliq. And you can probably start talking to people through chats, or you can call people, and you can create tasks, you can set reminders or events in Cliq itself to make sure that you work together. Finally, Cliq also has some, automation inside it. Using, the Cliq platform, you can set up integration with third-party applications. You can automate your everyday, workflows, things that are repetitive over a period of time, and make sure that your productivity doesn't suffer. Okay, first of all, why do businesses, require a communication software? Why is it important for any business to have a communication software? So basically, any business for that matter has a set of people who need to collaborate among themselves and communicate among themselves so that they work together as a team and get work done, right? So that is what business communication softwares solve. They make sure that any team or any organization for that matter communicate well with each other so that they get things done. And the next thing is about, automating your monotonous tasks or repetitive tasks using workflows so that you don't spend a lot of time doing, repetitive tasks. Instead, you can use the time, you can save a lot of time by automating them, and use your time doing a lot of other productivity related activities. So how does Click come into this picture? How does Click help, businesses meet the requirements that we discussed right now, that is communication, collaboration, and automation, and things like that. So first thing is, I already told you, is any business communication software needs the basic aspects of collaboration and communication. So Click also has this, like you can chat using Click, you can start one-on-one chats, and as I already told you about channels, channels are, groups that you can create for teams. So let's say an organization as such will have different teams. Yeah, like support team, they'll have marketing team, and every team can have a specific channel where you can put all the team members into that particular channel. They can collaborate, they can discuss, they can ideate, and get things done. That is how channels work. And inside channels, you can have focused discussions using threads. So how threads work is, let's say we have a support channel, and a support ticket is being discussed there. For example, somebody could not log into their system. So you can start a specific thread for that particular issue as such, and all the team members can discuss inside the thread itself, and all the replies will be stitched together so that the conversation is more focused. So anything else that is being posted in the channel to be discussed will fall out of the thread. So that is how threads work. Apart from chats and channels in Zoho Cliq, we have calling inside Zoho Cliq. We have, audio calling and video calling. So this has basically become the need of the hour because a lot of us are working from home. The entire world is working from home, and you yourselves, I think you are attending online classes and things like that. In that case, we need video conferencing and audio conferencing to communicate with each other, to make sure that our work doesn't suffer. So the next thing that we have in Click is screen sharing. So screen sharing is basically you share your screen, you discuss on whatever you want to, you form ideas, and then you get things done. So basically screen sharing is very very important when you are working on projects. So we have that inside Click as well. And the next important thing is file sharing. As much as messages are very important, as much as calls are very important, it is also very important to have file sharing capabilities, because I am pretty sure that all of us must be sending images or documents or PDFs to our your fellow colleagues or students and all that. So file sharing is also supported inside Zoho Cliq, so that businesses communicate and collaborate effectively. And we also have reminders and event scheduling in Cliq. Reminders are pretty exciting inside Cliq, because let's say somebody sends you a message telling we have a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The particular the time stamp, the time will be highlighted. If you hover over it and click on it, you will be able to add a reminder from there itself. So these are some contextual suggestions that Click provides when you communicate with people via chat. That's it about communication and collaboration in Zoho Click. This is pretty vast. Like, you have a lot of other communication and collaboration tools too inside Click. For this, you'll have to probably sign into Zoho Click and explore some of the capabilities. And I'll move on and explain about how to automate the automating capabilities available inside Zoho Click. So like Click is a communication software. People will be using other softwares too, like say for example, Google Drive to store their images, or Todoist to take notes, things like that. So all these apps are third party applications, and you might be using them on an everyday basis. So you can integrate all those apps with the Zoho Click, so that you bring all the information inside Click and manage here itself. So it's basically like a one stop platform where you integrate and manage your other apps also. So you can also build custom extensions with Click Platform. So Click, the capabilities of Click Platform is huge, because you can do whatever you want with Click Platform. You can build your own extensions, you can take your own use cases, your requirements, and make sure that you build extensions that satisfy those requirements. So moving on, I'll tell you about Click extensions. So what are exactly Click extensions? Click extensions are tiny apps, very very simple applications that are built on Zoho Click Platform. The reason they are built on Click Platform is for you to actually customize Click according to your personal requirements, build those extensions, and use those extensions to integrate with whatever app you want. In that case, it actually satisfies your requirement. So you get a personalized experience from Click using Zoho Click Platform. So how are these Click extensions very helpful? As I already told you, any business for that matter will be using a lot of third party applications apart from Click. So you cannot really tell that it's not very practical to support an integration with every third party application. We have a few extensions available in our Zoho marketplace where we support integration with particular apps, but it is not very practical to actually support with every app available in the market. It would be very difficult. But if you want an integration, if you want to bring data from some application into yours, you can do that easily, by customizing all your requirements using Click platform, and build an extension of your own liking. So it's all up to you. You can experiment entirely with Click platform and build something to suit only your requirements. So I'll tell you more about Click Extensions now. So Click Extensions, let's say Click Extension is a very small application, but this small application, which integrates with a third-party app, let's say that, comes built in with a lot of internal components. There are very small components that come bundled with the Click Extensions. So these are the internal components in a Click Extension. So we'll be talking about commands, bots, message actions, functions, schedulers, databases, widgets, and forms. We'll be talking about all of this. I'll give you a brief introduction about them so that you'll have an idea about what they really do. Okay, first of all, bots. I'm pretty sure that all of us are, quite familiar with bots. Bots are something that we encounter on an everyday basis, right? Any app you use, there'll definitely be a bot. You go to an IRCTC website, there will be a bot to help you out. And then if you go to any Book My Show website, there'll definitely be a bot to help you out. So bots are basically like an assistant for things that you cannot do. Bots will lend you a helping hand. So that's what bots inside Zoho Cliq do as well. So let's say you're integrated with a third-party application. On the screen, you can see we are integrated with Zoho Desk and Zoho CRM. And for example, somebody updated the status of a ticket in Zoho Desk. Like they changed the ticket from open to close. But you needn't have to go to Zoho Desk open and see if the ticket is closed and things like that. If you spend a lot of time on Click, you can simply get a notification delivered to you uh, using the desk bot, which is the Zoho desk bot, which will tell you that this ticket has been updated from open to close. So they bring information right to you. You don't have to do anything, you just have to build it. And the next thing is widgets. Just like how bots bring information from other applications into Zoho Cliq, what widgets do is it basically brings the entire application inside Zoho Cliq itself. So you'll have access to all the tabs that are available inside the third-party app from Zoho Cliq itself. As you can see on the screen, there's this Documents app, and you have several tabs where you have the home screen of the Documents app, and then you have My Documents, you have Shared with Me, you have Favorites, you have Templates, you have all these different views, just like how you will see it in the third-party application. But all of this is available inside Zoho Cliq itself. All you have to do is just set up the integration, and the widgets will show you all the information that you really need. And the next thing is slash commands. You ask what you want and it will be delivered to you. This is just very simple because it says that you just have to enter a slash command, and it'll perform actions like pushing data from Zoho Cliq to that third party application, or it will pull data from the third party application and bring inside Cliq. So let's say for example, like you can see on the screen, there's you know a slash command called slash add bug. So when you do that, it creates a bug in Zoho projects. So it'll add a bug in Zoho projects. So this is how slash command work. It'll either push data into a particular third party app or pull data from that particular app. The next thing is custom message actions. So any message that you send in Cliq, you might have also experienced this when like sending messages on any messaging platform that you use. You'll have actions to a particular message that you send. Let's say, for example, reply or forward or delete or edit, things like that. So these are some standard message actions that any application, any messaging application will have. But in addition to this, when you can build message actions with third-party application in using Cliq platform, wherein you can directly push data from Cliq to that particular third party app using these message actions. So as you can see on the screen, an image is being shared with me, a pie chart, and I have this option to directly add it to Google Drive, or add to Zoho Docs. This is like, if I click on that, this image will be moved to Google Drive or Zoho Docs. This is how custom message actions work. You can also try out other message actions, like adding a particular message as a note in CRM, or adding a message as a note in Todoist, or creating a bug in projects and things like this. All of this is possible using Zoho Cliq platform. And the next thing is forms. So you can build forms inside Zoho Cliq, wherein you can enter all the details and populate that data in your third-party application. Let's say I am integrated with Trello, and I would like to, probably create a card in Trello. So the form will be available inside Zoho Cliq for me, where I can select the board, the list, and the title and the description. And when I click on create, the function will carry out the code wherein a task is performed. That is, a card will be created in Trello. So this is how forms work. And I'll tell you more about functions. The functions are basically, codes that are executed for any action that is performed. So when an action is performed, a code is executed and a task is done. So that's how functions work. I already told you about functions for forms. I'll tell you more about functions for buttons. So let's say you can see it here as well. So a poll bot message has been sent, wherein there is a poll being conducted. Where do we go for the theme trip? It's a very simple poll, and I've been given two options called Bahamas and Thailand. So I'm going to perform an action right now using the button. I'll be clicking on the button, either button, the Bahamas button or the Thailand button. So I'm performing an action. So what happens is that performing that action will carry out a code wherein a task is being created. Let's say when somebody polls in Bahamas, it will tell how many people polled Bahamas, and the same goes with Thailand as well. So that's how this works. Yeah, the next thing is schedulers. These are very, very useful when you have a repetitive task, or you want to set reminders, or let's say you want updates every week. So for example, there will be a lot of deals being created in Zoho CRM or any CRM application that you use. So for every week, you need an update of all the deals created on every Monday. You needn't have to go to Zoho CRM or any CRM application, open it, and see that, okay, so many deals have been created. But you can use schedulers and schedule the data to be brought inside Cliq itself. So when you use this, the data will be fetched from Zoho CRM or any CRM application. All the deals that were created for that particular week will be populated to you in chat every Monday. So schedulers are that simple. So basically, this helps you save a lot of time and help maximize your productivity, so that you don't waste your time on anything that doesn't require a lot of attention. The last thing is databases. So this is very, very important when you are building any internal component. So databases are used to store data, and you can also sync data from a particular database and work with that particular data throughout your using for your Cliq extension, like that. So databases are just to store, sync, and work with data anytime you want when you're building using Cliq platform. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll take you through some of the help materials that we have in Zoho Cliq. I will quickly share my screen and show you how you can navigate and find all these help materials. Okay, so let me take you through the help materials. You can access this by going to zoho.com/cliq, and you'll be able to see the Cliq homepage. So you have the resources tab in the header. Click, hover over the resources tab and move to developers. So you will have all the help guides that you need here. So first of all, you have the API documentation where we have all the REST APIs. You can go through all the documentation here, and if in case it's necessary. And if you are going to build using Deluge, if you're going to build your extension using Deluge, then we have a Deluge reference guide. You can click on Learn More to navigate to that particular guide. So we'll have an introduction to Deluge and also some options here where you can go through and use this to build your productivity app. Next is we also have a detailed guide about the internal components in a Zoho Cliq platform. We have for commands, we have for bots, we have for message actions, and every single internal component that we discussed right now. So you can go through the entire, the entire help documentation for internal tools. And the next thing that we have is, developing extensions. We spoke about Cliq extensions and how to build them. We also have a detailed help documentation on building extensions and type of extensions, extension upgrades, and all that you need to know about extensions is available here. So you can go through this here. And we also have a developer FAQ. So usually people come to us with a few doubts, commonly asked questions, frequently asked ones. So we've compiled all of those questions, and we've also put answers for them here. So you can find all the questions that you would probably have doubts about, and you can also find the answers here. Next, if you would like to explore our code samples, we have that also. So you can click on Learn More to access all the code samples we have for Yelp, Google Drive, up here, and Tenor. So many of the applications. Just click on Download Source Code to download your code sample, and you can go through the source code. We also have video tutorials. You can click on Learn More to access them. So we have separate tutorial for every internal component. We have for slash commands, we have for bots, message actions, we have for Cliq extensions, and how to connect with Zoho apps. We have a lot of detailed video tutorials for Zoho Cliq platform. You can go through them as well. So in addition to all the help materials available under resources, we also have a separate channel for Cliqtrix. So you can navigate to YouTube, search for Cliqtrix. You will be able to see a list of all the, videos that we have uploaded. You will be able to see videos for building with Sales IQ, that is the Zobot, building Zobot using Watson, Zia skills. These are for Sales IQ. And then you'll also be able to see some of the Cliq platform videos, that is forms, understanding forms in Cliq. And then there's an overview about Zoho Cliq platform that we are discussing. Right now is discussing about how to get started. There's also another overview video. You can go through all these videos as well. And apart from this, we are also there on Facebook and Instagram. You can search for Cliqtrix on Instagram and Facebook as well, and subscribe to both. Subscribe to our Cliqtrix channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram so that you get to know about all the recent updates that we post regularly. We'll also be sharing some tips that you can go through to build your application. Apart from all this, we also have a network in Zoho Cliq for Cliqtrix. So we'll be sharing the network link in the chat with you. You can probably click on that and join our channels. You should join the announcement channel, Cliqtrix announcement. You also have separate channels for Cliq and Sales IQ, hash Cliq and hash Sales IQ. You'll be able to see that in the network. So please do join these channels as well, because we'll be posting regular tips every day. We'll be posting a tip about Zobot or the Cliq platform in these two channels, and you can use all these tips to build your app or your bot in Click and Sales IQ. I will give you a quick recap right now. So first of all, we discussed about what Zoho Cliq is. It is a business communication software and which helps teams communicate with each other. And later, I told you about some of the tools in Zoho Cliq and how it is helpful for businesses. And then we discussed about Cliq extensions and what are these Cliq extensions, what are the internal components on the Cliq extensions, and how they are helpful. And finally, I took you through the learning materials available in our Zoho Cliq module so that you can start building your app with the Cliq platform.